This is Greg Trautwein with Maritime Reporter TV, and we're very pleased to be joined today by Dave Phillips, Engineering Directors of Eminox, and Roman Drozdowski, Managing Director of KBB, to discuss their company's new partnership to tackle marine engine emission reductions. Gentlemen, to start, can you give a brief overview of your individual companies and capabilities?
Yeah, so I can start. So we're an exhaust system integrator based in Gainsborough in the UK. So we were founded in around 1978, so we've been running for around 40 years now. And we started off in the retrofit industry, and we quickly moved into supplying, developing exhaust after treatment systems for OEs in around the 90s. Since then, we've become a full exhaust after treatment system integrator. We work heavily in the high-speed engine industry. And obviously, more recently, the reason why we're here, we're starting to move now into the medium speed sector. So for the last 2 years, we've been developing a complete after treatment solution.
KBB is a German company. We have gained more than 17 years of experience in the development and manufacturing and service of exhaust gas turbochargers for medium speed combustion engines in a range from 500 to 11,000 kilowatts. And during the company's history, we more than 60,000 units have been delivered.
We're here because today you announced a new partnership, an integrated turbo to tailpipe solution that aims to help both engine manufacturers and ship owners. Can you please provide a concise overview of the solution with insight on what each of your entities offers to the solution?
Yeah, so as I mentioned before, Greg, we're a full exhaust system integrator. So we will do everything from design, CFD, FEA in terms of developing the solution. We have in-house test capabilities, so we can do both performance testing and durability testing in-house. But in addition to that, we have an in-house controls team. So we'll develop the entire control solution, integrate all of the electronic components, so that we produce a solution which will control emissions. Obviously, everything that comes out of the engine, we'll control right through to the tailpipe.
Same for KBB. We have the capabilities to develop the turbochargers, like all the mechanical engineerings and also the CFD. The matching to the engine is very important to our customers. So the combination and interaction with other components become more and more important. Yeah, and we see that they already have a strong commitment to achieve zero emission in the future. And these are fixed in regulations such as IMO III and EU Stage 5. And we think that our solution enables the customer to meet these ambitious targets by applying exhaust treatment solutions to their combustion engines. And I think both of our companies have their unique experience in developing and supplying technologies for combustion engines. And there's also an overlapping area. And putting both together, I think, enables us to offer a technically optimized and synchronized exhaust flow system. And we KBB, we put our expertise of air handling for medium speed engines into this collaboration. And additionally, we will also use our existing global service and sales structure network to provide a cost-effective solution to the customers.
Can you discuss specifically what was the impetus for your two individual respective companies to come together to offer this solution at this time?
This isn't necessarily just built around a void, but also built around growth in the market. So obviously, you know that IMO III regulations were introduced a few years back. More recently, the Inland Waterways Stage 5 regulation has been introduced, which means that there is a greater requirement for exhaust after treatment for medium speed engines. I think from a void perspective, I think where we saw the gap in the market was the full system solution. And we see a lot of components on the market, but we still see work for a lot of the end customers to do to integrate their own emission solution. What we wanted to do was bring something to the market that meant that we were dealing with all of their emissions challenges, with a single solution.
And we saw that it became more and more complex to manage the interaction between different components in the air handling system. So we as KBB, we look for new opportunities left and right to the turbocharger to cover those new requirements. And consequently, I think we found quite naturally each other, these two companies. And this after-treatment solution enables our customers to use well-proven diesel engine power systems in compliance with those regulations. To be honest, there are many other different approaches to meet global emission goals, but we are sure it will certainly take still many years of the development until other alternatives will be really available in the same availability and with the same durability as our customers demand.
What engine ranges are targeted for this solution, and what is your realistic expectation for this business venture in the coming 12 months?
So from an engine range perspective, we've developed a solution which will go from around 1 megawatt up to around 10 megawatts. But that doesn't mean that we're limited by those numbers. We can extend beyond that, as required. From the next 12 months, I guess it's relatively short term. What we're looking to do is start to develop relationships with potential customers and start to work through our solutions offering and establish whether there's a match there with potential customers in the market. But our view is obviously longer term than this. So we see the internal combustion engine as part of the power solution for marine vessels for a long time to come, next 20, 30 years, maybe beyond that. That we expect that to change from fossil fuels potentially into biofuels, into other alternative fuels. But we are looking to build on this solution over the next couple of years, certainly to get it into the market, but then over the next 5, 10, 20 years to develop it for other power systems.
The major target market is the medium speed engines in a range of 1 to 10 megawatt, which is actually our current market for the turbochargers.
I realize that many solutions in the maritime world are unique, but can you put in context the cost of this service to an engine maker or a ship owner that they'll realize in deploying your solution or your services?
Yeah, so there's a few key things that have gone into the design here, and when we consider the total cost of ownership. So initially in the design phases, one thing we wanted to do was make sure that our system was as compact as possible. So that's something that's been very key in the development of the solution. That obviously makes it a lot easier or a lot less of a challenge to package, in the initial installation. Going forward from there, another key objective in the development was to actually make as much of our componentry as common as possible. So going from, talk about the 1 megawatt up to 10 megawatt, we actually use a lot of common components in those systems, which means from a serviceability perspective, obviously it makes it a lot simpler, but also, there needs to be less service inventory, across the globe to be able to support the applications which are out there.
Plain speaking, an after-treatment system for a medium-speed engine is a considerable additional invest for engine owners or operators. There's no doubt. But it will enable the customer to use well-proven and available diesel engine power systems compliant with the regulations. Important fact. Additionally, I have to say the scope of our solution is more than only engine equipment. Our offer includes a full end-to-end solution from layout to manufacturing, commissioning, and through after-service concepts. It means we take a look at the whole lifetime of the equipment, and Dave already said it's about the total cost of ownership we're looking for. And therefore, considering all these aspects, we're convinced this can be a very cost-effective solution from investment to service lifetime of the whole equipment.